Hello, my loves. What's going on? Jasmine Atten, Mystic at the Crossroads, your favorite oracle. And in today's video, as you can tell from the title, I am going to break down the basic fundamentals of how the ritual of candle magic, how does it really work? What are all the aspects of a candle? Why candles are made a certain type of way and how it affects the results that you're getting. Hello, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Leslie. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. Taisha, what's up, my loves? Hey, Love Smith. So, this is a question that, what's up, Robert? This is a very interesting dynamic. A lot of people, a lot of you practice magic. A lot of you see all the posts on Instagram. You see things out while you're shopping. You follow me on YouTube and here. But a lot of people don't quite understand, how is it a candle, just a regular old candle, can influence a change? What is it so special about the components of a candle that can make a person do what you want or not do what you want? Or manifest money when there is absolutely no other avenue in your life for it to come from? How is it that a tool that's sitting at your house can be so powerful that it can influence an entire change? It can make someone do something that is 100 miles away, in another state, in another city, in another country. How is it a candle can bring you a new job? What is it? Now, a lot of people know, yeah, you dress the candle, put some herbs, put some oils, and set my intention. But do you really understand the fundamental breakdown of the actual elements, what the wick is for, what the colors are for, the difference in an encased candle in glass versus a freestanding candle, and how each component comes together to work for you? And that's something that I'm going to explain. I see a lot of people, a lot of newbies asking like, okay, I'll burn this candle and it worked. But the way I see things is I have to understand how things work for it to believe it can happen. And everyone out there, you'll hear, oh, it's intention. It's law of attraction. You have to fake it till you make it. You got to believe it's going to work. Well, how do you believe in something when you don't even understand how it works? You feel me? Like, I don't know how electricity works, but I know it works. I believe that if I flip the switch on, my lights are going to come on, okay? I believe that I just roasted a turkey breast. So I believe if I put this turkey breast in the oven and set it at a certain temperature and leave it in there for an extended amount of time, when it comes out, it's going to be edible. I know that. I see it. No one's explained to me how an oven works, but I get the idea. So I know if I do this, the results are going to come. It's the same thing with your candle magic. And what I hear a lot of people saying is they don't know how to write petitions. Maybe you're manifesting things and they're not coming 100%. You're manifesting things that perhaps you forgot to write something in your petition. And what I want to do is help you get the most out of your candles, okay? You're investing time, you're investing energy, you're investing money. And candles add up over time. So wouldn't it be great to have one candle to do everything you want it to do? But the way for that to happen is you need to first understand the concept of how it works. Then your belief system will be a lot stronger. And then the results that you want will come instantaneously. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Janet. Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining. Please share this video in your Facebook group. Share it on your page. If someone would kindly please share it in Let's Talk Magic, because I can't share videos while I'm running my mouth. I would appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. That way this information gets out to the community for those that really need this to help them manifest and further their life. So, Constance, what's up, my love? Alrighty. Candle magic basics. If you're a beginner, you definitely want to watch to the end. And if you're even a seasoned practitioner, you should stay here too, just because it's going to help you in your ritual practice moving along. So, number one, we're all energy. We know that. I'm a body of energy. You're a body of energy. The air, the clouds, the electricity behind me, it's all energy, right? We get that. This can't do shit sitting on a shelf. It's just a candle. Now, I have had experiences where my mere intention, meaning I've gone to the Botanica, I've purchased the tools, and what I was trying to manifest has already started before I even lit the candle. Yes? However, this by itself, it's just a pretty candle. 2 colors, has some symbols on it, has some little lucky charms, as some people would call it. It has a wick. It's made out of paraffin. Nothing fancy, right? Wrong. So let's first break down the aspects of how this works. I always tell people the universe is like Amazon. It is a catalog to the things that you want. Yes, it is that simple. It is a catalog to things that you want. You go on eBay, you go on Etsy, you go on Macy's.com, I don't care. Wherever website you want to order something from, what do? You pick out the product, you put it in your shopping cart, you go to checkout, you put your credit card number in, you pay for it, you put your shipping address, and you wait for it to come. That's exactly how the universe works, especially when you're working with candle magic specifically. There are several elements to magic. There's candles, which works the fastest. There's earth magic, water magic, air magic. That's when you're burning your incense. I'm not going to go into all of those. If you guys want me to do a separate video on breaking down the elemental magic, what spells are appropriate for what type, meaning what you should be burying, what should go into ocean, what should be only used with incense, I'm more than happy to do that, but I'll save that for another video. So here, I'm going to try to put this in a way that everybody can understand. Think of your candle as a tool. Think of your candle as an envelope, right? This candle sitting by itself, it's just sitting. It's not doing anything. It can't do anything but be a pretty candle without it being lit, being prayed over, and having things added to it. It's just like a blank envelope. An envelope sitting in a box is just that. It's an envelope. Can't do anything. It needs to have an address of where it's going, and it needs to have some content that you're mailing. So think of your candle as your envelope for the things that you're trying to manifest. Are y'all following me here? Hey, Bonita. Let me know if I'm going too fast, but let me know if you're following me here. So your candle itself is your envelope, okay? Your petition, your wish, your request, the things that you're asking for is your letter. So, for example, if I was sending my best friend a birthday card, I'm going to get a card and I'm going to write something really sweet in the card. That's the energy that I'm sending. That's the petition that I'm sending. That's the well wishes to my best friend. Hey, I miss you. I love you. Happy birthday. Call me when you get this. That's your petition. That is the either name paper. That is the written request. That is the sigil that you create. That is whatever it is that you write down. That's the words that you verbally speak over into your candle is your petition. That's the letter to its destination. Y'all following me? Okay. Your color magic. Where does the color magic come in? Yellow. So what's the difference? This is a yellow and green candle. This is the 2020 candles that will be back in stock next week. Yellow and green. Why is there blue glitter in here? Okay. Why is there orange glitter in here? What does the colors represent? Or I said, what did I say? Yellow and green, red and green, blue glitter. What? Y'all get what I'm saying. If I'm sending a love letter, a Valentine's card to my significant other, I'm sending it in a pink envelope or a red envelope. If I'm sending a birthday card to my best friend, it's going to have all the happy birthday rainbow colors and whatever, right? If I'm sending a business letter to a CEO of a company, I'm sending that on, a legal pad in a white business professional envelope. If I'm sending a message to my enemy, I'm sending that in a black envelope, because I'm getting my point across through the color representation. So that's how colors play a part in your candle. So moving on, What is the wick? The wick has its own job by itself. Think of your wick as your adhesive to the back of a stamp. You can't mail a letter without a postage. It's not going to get very far, right? It's not even going to be picked up. Think of your wick and the flame that you light your candle as your stamp to the letter. So now you've got your envelope, the candle, you've got your letter, the petition in the envelope, and now you've got your flame, the element of fire. You've lit the wick and now you've got your flame. Now your stamp is on your envelope and it's going to go somewhere, right? Y'all following me here? The reason why candle magic is so effective and works faster than any other element that you can work with is because if you light a piece of paper on fire, it ignites like that. You go out into the forest and you light some brush on fire. I'm sorry, someone just called me. You light some brush on fire, it ignites like this. It creates a very quick response and very fast results, okay? So now where does your herbs and oils come in? I talk to a lot of people that tell me they just buy these candles and they just light them and they just let them go, and then they're like, well, it didn't work. Well, of course it didn't. You didn't write anything in your letter. You sent a blank piece of paper inside of an envelope someplace that didn't say anything. That's where your oils and your herbs come into play, okay? You're also strengthening your candle because you're adding more earthly physical elements to your tool. So herbs represent earth. That's where they grow from. Oils are a preservative to lock in those essences. And oils will seep down and dress the entire candle so that as your candle is burning, you don't just burn off the energy from the top. So think of your herbs and oils as your memo. Hey girl, happy birthday, love you so much, call me when you get this card. Okay? That's part of your petition. You are adding ingredients that are supporting the message that you're trying to send. So now, once again, you got your envelope, you've got your adhesive, your flame is your stamp, your herbs and oils are the message or the energy behind what it is you're trying to send out, okay? Next, so you light your candle. Where does the universe come into all this? What happens when you mail a letter? Think about it for a second. What happens when you take a letter to the post office? Or let's say, for example, I live in a house. I stick my letter in the envelope in the little mailbox thingy. The mailman comes to get it. Your angels, ancestors, spirit guides that you petition, that you burn your ancestor money for, that you call upon, those energies represent the mailman. It is the one that is going to take your envelope with your request to the processing center, to the post office, hence to the universe. They coexist with us in this dimension, and they're the in-between. They are the messengers, the carriers. They are the ones that carry our message from me to my boss giving a raise, from me to my partner calling me to reconcile, from me to getting my in-laws to shut the fuck up about my relationship because they're going to go silence them. That's how your ancestors work for you. That's how your spirit guides work for you. That's how whatever universal forces, angels, jinns, I don't know who you work with, whoever it is that you call upon for that spiritual aid, think of that as the mailman. I'm picking up the package. I'm going to take it to the processing center. It's going to get processed. It's going to go to another mailman and get delivered. And then a response is going to come back. Is this making sense? I'm trying to break this down in terms that some of you beginners will understand. So, mailman, you burn your candle, you say your prayers, you write your petitions, you send it out, and what happens? The mailman picks it up, Oshun picks it up, Elegua picks it up, Saint Expedite picks it up, your great-great-grandmama that raised you picks it up, whoever. And now it's at the processing center. It's at Amazon. It's sent to the universe, to the ethers, to heaven, whatever it is that you identify with. And now it's being processed in the back office. I always tell people magic is like a movie. When you go to the movie theaters, all you see is the result. You never see the production. You don't see the editing. You don't see the hours that the actors worked. You don't see how many cuts they had to do, how many times the makeup team had to come in and fix it up and patch them up. You never see all of that. All you see is the results. And that's what happens behind the scenes when you're practicing magic. That's why results take time. That's why candle spells can happen immediately. I've lit candles and they've worked in 24 hours. I've bought candles and they worked before I lit them. I've worked a candle spell for an entire year before I got the results, because my spiritual team, as my girl Ebony would call it, my production team is working behind the scenes. And some movies take longer to produce than others. Is this making sense? Comment down below, because I want to make sure if I'm losing y'all, I'll back it up a little bit. So now your request is sitting at the mailbox, sitting at the post office, sitting in Amazon, and it's going to be sent to wherever it is that needs to go. Whatever part, whatever energy it needs to tap into for what you're requesting, it's sitting there. And then what happens? You're waiting for your return receipt. You didn't fill out a return receipt, one of them confirmations. I don't know what they call them. You know, you go to the post office, certified mail. You want something to come back and say, yeah, I got your letter. Then it's processed, and then the universe will deliver the results. May take a couple days, might take a couple weeks. At most, maybe a few months, depending on how big the request is. But see, this is what a lot of you need to understand. Burning a 7-day money candle, burning a 2020 prosperity candle for the year is going to produce much different results from burning a figure candle, from burning a stick candle, and all of that. And it's important to understand what the difference is based on what you're asking for. Not only that, when you petition, when you send your letter off, if, I'll use this for an example because Christmas is coming. If I'm mailing a Christmas gift, mail don't run on Christmas, right? No. And I want my gift to be there by the 24th, Christmas Eve. Let's just say it's a Thursday. I need to mail that request out a few days in advance to make sure it gets there on time. That's just how astrology comes in to play with your magic. If I want to manifest, let's say I want to do a love work or a money spell, I want to light my candle on the appropriate day of the week during the appropriate moon cycle. I'm a Pisces. The moon was in Pisces. I lit my candles. Shit was popping off within hours of lighting them. Okay? So you can already know, maybe you're a Virgo, maybe you're a Sag, maybe you're an Aries, maybe you're trying to manifest some money and you're like, okay, you know what? Well, Tuesday, if I light this candle on Tuesday, the moon's going to be in Taurus. And that particular astrological sign is in my money house. I'm going to light my money candle then. It's just like saying, I'm going to mail these Christmas gifts out on Monday so that they're there by Christmas Eve. That's the importance when you combine your astrology, your Astro Magic, along with your candle magic. Do you see these symbols on this candle? Do you see how it says Buena Suerte, good luck, with the figure 8 in the horseshoe? Do you see this horn of plenty right here? Here, I'll turn it around. Well, it's in English and Spanish. This 4-leaf clover. Do you see all of these? These wedding rings? These symbols correspond to elements. And if you know how to read your candles, you can look at this candle and you see these numbers on here. 9, 22, 43. If you know your astrology, this candle is actually telling you what day of the week, what time of the day, and what moon phase to burn this candle in to get the results that you want. A lot of people don't know that. They go in and they look at them and they're like, oh, it's good luck and there's money on here. No. This 13 has a symbol. This 7 means something. This is telling you, depending on what you're trying to manifest, it has the numerology and the correspondence on the candle. This is a language. This is like learning a different language. Astrology and magic is like learning a language. It is telling you, if you want to manifest love, this is the day of the week that you burn it, or the time of the day. This is, y'all see what I'm saying? These are things a lot of people don't know when they walk into botanicas. And a lot of these botanicas, these individuals are not that knowledgeable, or they don't tell you unless you ask questions, but you have to know this for yourself. So yeah, you could light this candle on a Monday for a money spell. Absolutely. Will it work? Yeah. Would it work a lot better if you lit this candle maybe on a Thursday during Sagittarius at the 13th hour? Because that's what this is telling you. But you don't know that because you just look at the symbols, and maybe you don't know astrology or numerology, so you just think it's a pretty candle with good luck stuff written on it. This is the importance of Astro Magick. This is the importance of, I put up a post earlier about combining your astrological zodiac candles. If I burn this with a Pisces candle when the moon is in Pisces, or I burn this with a Taurus candle for money, then automatically it's going to go a lot faster. If I'm working in real estate and I'm trying to sell a house, I would combine this with the Sagittarius candle to sell a house or to get that commission. Do you see what I'm saying? So knowing one and not understanding the other, it's almost like baking a cake with no eggs. That cake isn't going to rise, and it's probably not going to taste that good. Yeah, it'll bake up and it'll be something, but it's not going to be as good as it would be had you had all of the ingredients. That's what I'm going over more in detail in tomorrow's class. Rituals and astrology. Where are the rituals at? Tomorrow, y'all know I've been teaching classes. Y'all been asking me for these classes for at least 2 years. I don't know why most of you have not signed up for them. But tomorrow we're taking it back to the basics. We're going over astrology. We're going over magic. We're going over how to combine. Now the sun wants to come out. It's been raining all day and the sun wants to come out. How to combine your candles. How to read these symbols on your candle so that when you go into a spiritual shop, you know what you need. How to calculate down to the millisecond. Okay, maybe not millisecond. Down to the hour of when to light your candles based on your individual astrological sign. I'm a Pisces. My moon is in Scorpio. My Virgo is rising. My rising is in Virgo. And there's particular times of the day for me to light my candles to see better results. Do you know what that translates for you? So if you've had your natal chart done, be sure to bring it. I am going over individual rituals for everyone because everybody's not working on the same thing. I myself personally, I picked this up. I was really lucky because the place that I go to that I have these made, I walked in and she was like, I already have one ready for you. So I got this. I'm getting a head start on my 2020 ritual. These will be available on my online store on Monday. I just put in a large order. They're all being hand poured. So I already know what day, what time that I'm going to be lighting this candle in a couple of weeks to manifest the things that I want. So I suggest if you're a newbie, or if you're experienced, or if you just want to improve your candle magic, you really want to get shit popping for next year, you need to come to tomorrow's class. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. Selfdiscoveryclass.info is where you register. It's $26. Nobody teaches candle magic classes like this. Now, the analogy I just gave y'all, have y'all ever heard somebody break down how the actual candle works in reference to a way that you can understand? Probably not, because I haven't, and I had to think about it. Like, how can I explain this in a way that people will get? I think the envelope, stamp, mailman, post office, processing, Amazon center was a hell of a good analogy for those of you that don't quite understand. How does this tool make that person in a whole other city do what I want them to do? Oh no, but that shit was lit. I'm proud of my damn self. So anyway, hey Heather, I'm gonna hop off here in a minute. Hey Nicole, I've been asking for help with my birth chart in order for me to know. Everybody's asking me for money. I don't have any after my bills, trying to manifest more so I can pay what I need. Okay, then you know what you need to do, honey bun? You need to go to my YouTube channel, get yourself a money candle, and petition for the money that you need to have help with your birth chart, to get an understanding. Now, your birth chart, I'm not an astrologer, but you can put in your location, your time of birth, your birthday, and you can get a basic fundamental and talk to Coach Khayr and present that with him and get a breakdown. Okay, if you want, you want someone that's going to be an expert to give you the answers that you need, you're going to have to talk to an expert. If that's what you really want, then you can manifest the money. That's an easy fix, but it does take a little bit of work. So, and that's another reason why a lot of people's money spells don't work, because you can't, how can you believe in something that you don't understand how it works? Now that you understand how the candle works, what each element represents, now it makes sense. Like, oh, I get it now. I get why I have to write the petition. I get why I sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon powder and basil and rosemary in here. I get what the red fire flame element represents in the candle. Once you understand that, your brain and your ego and your limiting self can say, oh, it makes sense to me. You're automatically going to believe in it. That's 50% of the process handled right there. The results come a lot easier. I have never burned a candle for myself that didn't work, ever. Yes, I've done rituals that didn't manifest, but it was because they weren't for me, and there was a lesson to learn in that. Never done a candle spell that doesn't work. I have a very high success rate with client work. Magic works. Astrology is accurate, and if you understand how to combine the two formulas, I'll put it to you like this, then I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all know I worked in medicine for 12 years. You go to the doctor and you say, doctor, something's wrong. I don't know, my throat hurts, my ear hurts, my nose is runny, I'm coughing. The doctor writes you a prescription and says, here, take this antibiotic for 5 days and you're going to feel better. Well, on day 5, you still don't feel better. In fact, your symptoms have got worse. So you go back to the doctor, and the doctor was like, okay, we got your lab results back. The infection you have doesn't need penicillin. It needs amoxicillin to treat a different strand of bacteria, okay? That's how candle magic is. It's a formula, and you have to figure out your spiritual language. You have to figure out the formula that works for you. Penicillin may treat strep throat. It may not treat a vaginal infection. It may not treat an ear infection. It may not treat the strand of bacteria that you're working with. Every candle is not one size fits all. A yellow and green money candle, this is what works for me. You might burn a red money candle, and that's what works for you. Skull cap, patchouli, 5-finger grass works in my money candles. You might be a cinnamon, basil, thyme combination, and that's what works for your money candles. This is why I tell people you have to experiment. You have to try different things. Just because you see a video or you see an Instagram post or you see a recipe on Pinterest doesn't mean it's going to work for your situation. Rosemary is for job related. You want a bonus? You want to get hired for a job interview? You use rosemary. You want to get your bills paid? You want your spouse to bring in money to the household? You use fenugreek. You want gifts of money? You want your online business to flourish? You want people to purchase stuff from your website? You use skull cap. So each individual herb, oil, or element is going to produce a different result. You want your business to flourish? You light a candle on a Monday in your astrological hour, or in the hour that corresponds to business, Taurus or Sagittarius. You want to have more people take your Uber rides, you need to make more Uber rides, then you light a candle in the Jupiter hour on a Thursday, and you use skull cap for that. When you understand how to combine these things and figure out what works for you, your spiritual candle language, what colors, what herbs, what oils, what time of day corresponds to your individual needs and your astrological sign, you will see results like this. Is it a lot? Not really. It's really not a lot to learn. Once you learn it, it's like tying your shoe. Once you know that this set of candles works and this set of herbs work, that's your go-to. Don't look. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I stick to the same herbal combinations and the same candles week after week because that's what works for me, and it took me a while to figure that out. And you can do the same thing for you. And this is why I'm teaching that class tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern, selfdiscoveryclass.com. If you're ready to level up your magic, if you're ready to have a prosperous 2020, if you want to understand how to combine certain herbs, oils, and elements for you individually, and if you have any questions, this is what I love about the class. I'm giving out individual rituals based on your situation. So you show up to class, you tell me, this is my sun sign, this is my situation, this is what I'm trying to work on, what ritual do I need, and what do I need to purchase to get this done? That's what I'm going to do. Khayr, he's going to be on the other end breaking down the astrological aspects. And from what he tells me based on your individual sign will help me figure out the appropriate tools to give you, because each herb represents an element. There are some herbs are water herbs. Some herbs are, for a Pisces, I use a lot of jasmine as a Pisces for certain things. But if you're an Aries, then I might recommend you using some chili peppers because you're a fire sign. Each spice and herb has a astrological correspondent. So those two things, when you present your situation to me and he understands your birth chart and then tells me what that is, I can give you a ritual that's going to be specialized just for you. Now, this is class number 13. We've never done this before, and I want all the beginners to come. Even if you're intermediate in your magic, you need to come too. But if you're a beginner, you're what I call a newbie witch. No offense, but if you're a newbie, then you need to come to class tomorrow. I love y'all. Please share this video. I will talk to you. Hey, Bonita, don't know my sun sign. You know your sun sign. Do you know your birthday? When's your birthday? Your birthday is your sun sign. I'm March 2nd. I'm a Pisces. That's where the sun was. The sun was in the house of Pisces when I was born. So the month and day, you can Google your month and day. It will tell you your sun sign. So Bonita, you know your sun sign. That's your zodiac sign. Your zodiac sign is your sun sign. All right, now I feel like I'm babbling. Share this video. Please like. If you are watching the replay, help your girl. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, and I want to circulate this information to people that really need it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. I love you. I will see each and every one of you in class tomorrow. Inbox me if you have any questions, and I'm out.